So the topic for tonight is, should I be an altruistic person or an altruist? Thinking about examples in the Bible of an altruistic person, the one that I like the most is the one about Tabitha, or also called Dorcas. She's an early Christian in Joppa, and she spent her days helping the needy. And when she dies, so many people are so sad and so touched by everything she did. They become really sad. They come together. They start sharing all these experiences and stories about how she has helped. And Peter comes and resurrects her, and she continues the work. Something interesting about her is that she was not only doing some good deeds, but it was her full life, and everything about her was sharing with others and helping them in everything they needed. I'm gonna share the screen now, and we can start by let's see. Should I be altruist? Let's read the definition of altruism. Altruism is the unselfish concern for other people doing things simply out of desire to help, not because you feel obligated to out of duty, loyalty, or religious reasons. It involves acting out of concern for well-being of other people. In some cases, acts of altruism lead people to jeopardize themselves to help others. Such behaviors are often performed unselfishly and without any expectations of reward. Other instances, known as reciprocal altruism, involve taking actions to help others with the expectation that they will offer help in return. So some examples of altruism will be simple things. Maybe we have seen in the news bigger or more impacting examples of altruism, like some person jumping into the river to save a person or a dog who is drowning, or maybe someone donating all their money to local charity, and we can see those in the news. But in daily basis, we can see other examples like just helping someone with no expectation of reward, or foregoing things that might bring personal benefits if they create costs for others, or helping someone despite the cost of risk, sharing resources even if in the face of scarcity, showing concern for someone else's well-being, and etc. Every day we are surrounded by examples of small acts of altruism. It's something that is in our daily life. But there's different types of altruism. We can see genetic altruism. As many, and these types of altruism have been studied by different psychologists. Genetic altruism, as the name suggests, this type of altruism involves engaging in altruistic acts that benefit close family members. For example, parents and other family members often engage in acts of sacrifice in order to provide for the needs of the family members. We can see this sometimes when we live in a country far away from here. I lived in Middle East and North Africa Union. Well, I volunteered for that union for 4 or 5 years, and I was far away from my family, and I could feel this kind of altruism all the time from Pastor David, and from my parents. They were often helping me in the distance and sacrificing themselves to help me when I was in need. Another type of altruism is reciprocal altruism. This involves engaging altruistic acts for people based upon their group affiliation. People might direct their efforts toward helping people who are part of their social group or supporting social causes that benefit a specific group. And this is also interesting, and we can see it in a church environment. These are people that we can see often, and we are willing to help them. And also by helping them, we benefit the whole group. And it's something beautiful that we can also be benefit and that we can practice in a very easy way. And you can see from close all the benefits, and you can experience these acts in a regular basis. Another type of altruism is group, sorry, this one I think, pure altruism. Also known as moral altruism, this form involves helping someone else even when it's risky, without any reward, and is motivated by internalized values and morals. I think we all know some people, and or maybe we are that person that you can see that is often risking their situation or their well-being for others, and you can see there is no interest in getting anything back from that person they're helping. We can see some person that is often seeing their needs around them and is very aware of people needs and the community needs, or they respond immediately and without any need of or call of someone else to do it. They will respond immediately when there's a need. It's very nice and very beautiful to see these kind of people. And if we have someone around, we often are very blessed by people practicing pure altruism. But how can we explain the behavior of altruism? Maybe we are familiar with altruism, which is, well, social psychologists are interested in understanding why it occurs. What inspires these acts of kindness? What motivates people to risk their own lives to save a completely stranger? Altruism is one aspect of what is known as prosocial behavior. Prosocial behavior refers to any action that benefits other people, no matter what the motive or how the giver benefits from the action. While all altruistic acts are prosocial, not all prosocial behaviors are completely altruistic. We might help others for a variety of reasons, such as guilt, obligation of duty, or even for rewards. We are not sure why altruism exists, but the psychologists have suggested a number of different explanations. So people who believe in the theory of evolution say that psychologists have long debated whether some people are just born with a natural tendency to help others, or is actually a kin selection is an evolutionary theory that proposes that people are more likely to help those who are blood relatives because it will increase the odds to gene transmission to future generations, thus ensuring the continuation of shared genes. The more closely the individuals are related, the more likely people are to help. Also, there is a brain-based rewards. Altruism activates reward centers in the brain. Neurobiologists have found that when a person behaves altruistically, the pleasure centers of the brain become more active. Engaging in compassionate actions activates the area of brain associated with the reward system. The positive feelings created by compassionate actions, they reinforce altruistic behaviors. Maybe we all have experienced this brain-based rewards in small things such as lending money to someone, a friend, or cooking for someone else, or just giving maybe my sweater or my jacket to someone, a friend who is cold, or small things. We always feel rewarded by these actions because of this explanation. And also This one is, I find it very interesting. Environment. Interactions and relationships with others have a major influence on altruistic behavior, and socialization may have a significant impact on altruistic actions in young children. In a study, children who observed simple reciprocal acts of altruism were far more likely to exhibit altruistic actions. On the other hand, friendly but non-altruistic actions did not inspire same results. Modeling altruistic actions can be an important way to foster personal and compassionate actions in children. Observing pro-social behavior seems to lead to helping behavior among adults as well, although this extent to which this occurs varies based on factors like gender, culture, and individual context. So children who are often seeing these kind of acts from their parents, from their churches, from their communities, will imitate this behavior. So this, I think, is a good reminder of the power we have of our example over the children in our community or our own children. Also, there's social norms. Society rules, norms, and expectations can also influence whether or not people engage in altruistic behavior. The norm of reciprocity, for example, is a social expectation in which we feel pressure to help others if they have already done something for us. For example, if your friend loaned you money for lunch a few weeks ago, you probably feel compelled to reciprocate when they ask you if they can borrow 100. They did something for you, now you feel obligated to do something in return. And there's also some incentives. Well, the definition of altruism involves doing for others without reward. They may still be cognitive incentives that are not obvious. For example, we might help others to relieve our own distress, because being kind to others upholds our view of ourselves as kind people. And here also we can see the factor of empathy. People are more likely to engage altruistic behavior when they feel empathy for other people in distress. A suggestion known as the empathy altruism hypothesis. Children tend to become more altruistic as their sense of empathy develops. And this is interesting because empathy is something that some people are born with it in a higher level, but you can also develop empathy by exposing yourself to people in need, by becoming friend with the people you want to start feeling more empathy for. So we can develop empathy if you feel you're a person who maybe were not born naturally with a high sense of empathy. We have hope because we can develop it. And helping relieve negative feelings. Altruistic acts might help alleviate the negative feelings associated with seeing someone else in distress. So what is the impact of altruism? Well, there's an impact in our health, better health. Behaving altruistic can improve physical health in a variety of ways. People who volunteer have better overall health, and regularly engaging in helping behaviors is linked to a significantly lower mortality. There's also an improve of our mental health. Doing good things for other people can make you feel good about yourself and the world. Research shows that people experience increased happiness after doing good things for other people. Also, there's a better romantic relationships. Being kind and compassionate can also lead to a better relationship with your partner, as kindness is one of the most important qualities that people across cultures seek in a romantic partner. In addition to these benefits, engaging in altruism can also improve social connections and relationships, which can ultimately play a part in improving health and wellness. But how can I foster an altruistic behavior? Maybe we have empathy, maybe we are used to do practice some of the types of altruism we already learned. But how can I foster even more this behavior? Um, while some people may come by altruistic tendencies, um, we can also grow this behavior by finding inspiration. Look to inspirational people who engage in altruistic acts. Seeing others work to actively improve the lives of individuals and communities can inspire you to act altruistically in your own life. This is very important because we need to decide who our heroes are, who are the people we are admiring, who are the people we are studying their lives. Is these people inspiring us to help others? Is these people doing everything they can to have an altruistic life? I think it's very important to intentionally search for these role models in our lives. Practicing empathy. Rather than distancing yourself from others, practice empathy by building connections and putting a human face on the problems you see. Consider how you will feel in that situation and think about things that you can do to help make a difference. I think it's very interesting sometimes when we often or we are quickly to judge a situation. And then when we experience it ourselves or a family member or a close friend, then suddenly we can see everything with new eyes and we start feeling empathy. And I think we have to also intentionally look for this kind of empathy. How can I see what are the needs of people around me? How can I become a friend of these people around me who are in need, so I can understand completely and fully the way they feel, the reasons they have behind their conduct or their behavior. Also, setting a goal. Find ways that you can regularly perform random acts of kindness for others. Look around you for people who might need help, or look for ways that you can volunteer in your community, fix a meal for someone in need, help a friend with a chore, donate during a blood drive, or spend some time volunteering for a local organization. These are just some ideas that we can set a goal so we can actually start doing something. And because we often see people in need and we think about, yeah, maybe we see a person in the street every day and we a homeless person and we can think, yeah, it's really sad their situation. Oh, I feel so sad. Maybe we start just avoiding that street because we just feel uncomfortable when we see this person. Or maybe we think we don't have the resources or what we need to help the person because it's out of what we can do, we might think. But it's actually sometimes way closer to our possibilities. But we need to break that by actually setting a goal. Okay, maybe I cannot take out this person completely from the streets, but maybe I can approach. Maybe I can provide a meal for this person every week. Maybe I can bring new clothes. We need to set a goal, and sometimes that goal, it will seem out of what we can do. But I have often seen how when we start a project or we start trying to help or intervene in a need or we start a program for helping our community, or just small acts, the help will always come. Maybe it's out of my possibility, but someone else who is around me is going to be influenced by my act, and it will help me so I can achieve that goal. So I want to read for you, or invite you to have this sentence, or this small logo I made for remind that I am here. We can see in the Bible some verses where God is telling us, I am here, in different ways. So we're gonna read some of these ways, these verses. I don't know if someone can help me reading this verse.
So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand.
Thank you, sister. So God is telling us here, I am here. And these words are also for us to tell others, I am here. I am here to serve. Can someone also read, sister? I don't know if you can also help us to read this verse.
You, my brothers and sisters, were called to be free, but do not use your freedom to indulge the flesh. Rather, serve one another humbly in love.
I am here to listen. You can also read this one, please, sister.
I can read this.
Somebody else is reading now. Go ahead, Johnny.
Okay.
Okay. Then you will call on me and come and pray to me, and I will listen to you. You will seek me and find me when you seek me with all of your heart.
I am here to give.
I can read. He who did not spare his own son, but gave him up for us all, how will he not also, along with him, graciously give us all things?
I am here for you. So I think these are the words that we need to remember, that God is telling us and inviting us to be his words for the people around us. We need to be that person who is completely willing to be this person and be there to listen, to serve, to help, to give people around us. And I invite all of you to just try and practice this coming week, maybe starting from tomorrow, from tonight, adopting intentionally an altruistic behavior, and to be these words for the people around you. Am I ready to become an altruistic person and be there? Thank you.